if women want to take leadership of this country, they must stop crying. Kwa emotion kwa siasa. Siasa inataka a flexible person.
My name is 𝐒𝐭𝐢𝐥𝐿, and today I'm honored to have a guest that is Dr. Michael Ndonye and another guest who is 𝐿𝐿𝐴𝐺 Mumba. They are right here. 𝐿𝐿𝐴𝐺, say hi.
Hi, I'm 𝐿𝐿𝐴𝐺 Mumba.
Yeah. Daktari, karibu.
Asante sana. I thought you were to sing guestess.
Oh, yeah.
There is, of course, there is nothing like that. Yeah.
And Daktari, we are here to talk about something that we have not seen in Kenyan politics. We have not seen a woman president since independence.
Yeah.
And I would like you to tell us some of the factors that could be hindering women to rising to presidency.
Okay. Yeah, women and the presidency. Yeah, I think we need to start by talking about women and leadership in this country. Of course, Kenya is a patriarchal society. And of course, the whole of the world has been patriarchal between some time. I don't know whether you remember, even there were times when women were not counted. Even in some communities in this country, they consider women as children. Go to Kalenjin in 2009, I remember. One of the obstacles that enumerators had when they were doing census in 2009 were that you define a Kalenjin man and they would want to know what you want. Because we were asking questions to the family head. Okay? When we are doing census and you are an enumerator, you are trying to go and ask the family head. And the family head is the father. If the father is not there, the mother. If the mother is not there, the first child or person elected by the family to be the head. Now, a Kalenjin man will tell you, I have 4 children. Then you unahesabu unaona
Ni watatu.
Ni watoto watatu, mmoja ni mama. Anakuambia ni 4. Wewe unasema, okay, I can see 3. Anakuambia, hawa ni watoto, hawa watoto. Until you realize, okay, a woman is counted as a child. So women have long been alienated.
Was it the same case even in the Bible?
Even in the Bible, Jews never used. So when you hear Jesus fed 5,000 men, women were not counted, and children. Yeah, they were not counted. And also, until recently, even in the developed world, women never used to vote. They never used to have a vote, leave alone being elected. Sometime even back, the people we call T.S. Eliot, even in literature, women never used to write. They used, if they want to write literature, they would adopt male names. Otherwise, no publisher would publish their work. Okay? So it's not new for women to be alienated in politics, in economics, in social and cultural issues. And that is why we used to talk about patriarchal societies. Okay? If you have read Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe, you understand what I'm saying. Because even there are some roles which were assigned to women, roles assigned to men, and the men were not supposed to do something like dancing. And that is why Chinua Achebe's character, 𝐒𝐭𝐢𝐥𝐥, was angry with his father, who was a village dancer. So he was not considered as a man. So one time when they went into a meeting and the father came, and one of the elders started asking, was this meeting not for men? Yeah, was this meeting not for men? Because according to them, as long as he was dancing, he was not a man. So it was beyond even gender. Of course, we have had issues and apologies. Because out of that, we have had what we call feminism and gender issues. And that is why when we talk of gender, in most cases, we are talking about bringing a woman to the level of a man. And then feminism came to be extreme, talking even about the roles, which cannot work. And sometimes the roles are not supposed to be the issue. And then, of course, that is what has given birth to many, of course, postmodern beliefs that even the issue of gender, I can choose. Yeah. So that has given birth to the issue of even transgender issues. It is not a very simple issue. So let's come back to Kenya and politics and now go to presidency. After multi-party democracy, the first woman to go into presidential race alikuwa nani? Charity Ngilu. In 1997, Charity Ngilu braced herself to contest for presidency. And in the history of this country, she was the first woman to contest for presidency.
Kenyans want to see new leadership in place, and that is why they are giving me this support. And I do believe that Kenyans also now believe in what I've been saying and believe that we can remove the current leadership.
And she entered a certain party, ilikuwa inaitwa SDP, Social Democratic Party. Na sign yake ilikuwa SA. You know, it is only these times watu they don't care about the signs. 𝐒𝐭𝐢𝐥𝐿.
Yeah.
Okay. NDP ilikuwa chama ya baba. Unajua sign ilikuwa nini? Guess. Surely, can I? Aya, ilikuwa tinga. That is why anaitangwa tinga. Unaelewa? Ilikuwa tinga. Kibaki was the hurricane lamp.
Yeah.
Okay? So kila chama ilikuwa na. So in 1997, 𝐒𝐭𝐢𝐥𝐿 contested and she went to the ballot as a presidential candidate. Now her symbol was watch. That is why walikuwa anasema masaa ya Ngilu. Actually, she became so popular that people would say masaa ni ya Ngilu. Masaa ya Ngilu. And it was very transformative because after that now other people in 2002, by then Martha Karua had her own party. Ilikuwa inaitwa NARC. Kulikuwa na NARC, the Rainbow Coalition, National Rainbow Coalition, and there was NARC, NAK, which was Karua's party. Yeah. Of course, she joined the National Rainbow Coalition. And of course, from there, Martha Karua became also very vocal in politics to a position of being a presidential material, someone who can contest to be president. But she has always been, before ifike hapo, anakuwa captured. She has never contested for presidency, but she is a presidential material. Of course, there was Nasril, the other lady whom we said the other day, who also contested. She went to the ballot. We have never had many women go to presidency. Of course, after the new constitution, Karua was almost there last elections when she was running it. But of course, one of the problems that we have had is because women in this country, and this is something I have written around three times, 4 times, to tell if women want to take leadership of this country, they must stop crying. Of course, after that, there was now 𝐒𝐿 was elected as governor. And now, as we speak, we have many governors who are women. Because they used to be apologists. They would say, oh, women have no money. Oh, we have no, we are hearing at night. Oh, there is a difference between, of course, we have roles. Unlike men are advantaged economically. And I think I did around 2 columns because I was not happy with the way women would be apologists of themselves and decry.
That is their nature.
The issue was, I wish I could get those columns and read them here, because if you want to do well in politics, number one, jitokeze. Number two, have your own party. Stop riding on other people's party. Now you are waiting for Raila Odinga to give you the presidency and you have no party. Wake up and have a party of your own. If elections is about money, look for money. We are economically liberated. There are many women in this country who are millionaires and billionaires. Look for money. Yeah. You don't have to keep crying, ati tunangojea, I cannot go for campaign. Who is going to campaign for you? So if you are relying on money from other political parties, money from structures which have been erected by men, you are relying on men's political parties. You think they can just give you a party and you become president? Who does that?
But sorry, the odds are already stacked against them. If I when I imagine right now, okay, maybe the mentality that was there, Kenya is a patriarchal society, and then you come and stand with your party, you're least likely to get as much support as a man who would come up and stand with his party. Because the odds are stacked against you as a lady. So
which odds?
The odds, the general odds of being a lady.
Which one?
See, already Kenya is a patriarchal society.
Okay, when we go to war, if we decide these are soldiers, like in Israel, women are soldiers, they go to war. Does the arrow and the sword know this is a woman so that it comes slowly?
Exactly, it doesn't. That's why the odds are already stacked against them.
Politics is war. So the issue is this. One of the problems I have had with women in this country is that, number one, they are relying on political parties, vehicles, which are registered by men. Are women unable to have their own political party? 𝐿𝐿𝐴 Ngilu had her political party. Karua has her political party. Now, you see now these other people who are also governors and they don't have political parties. They are actually stepping on a soft ground. The Kawira Mwangaza, she stood as an independent candidate and won. 𝐿𝐿𝐴 Ngilu has been using her party to negotiate. Karua was using her party to negotiate even in Azimio. Now, come here. My governor, you know I live in Nakuru, Nakuru Ngaos. And my county is Embu. So my two governors are women. Cecily Barire. Unless you have your own party, you will never rise beyond being a governor. Gladys Wanga. You ride on ODM unless you have your own party, you will not rise. And the people are now saying Gladys Wanga can be a deputy president. How can you negotiate to be a deputy president using a man's party? You can't. Go to Kwale. Si Kwale ni mama. Lazima akuwe na party yake. Achane na hiyo party ya wenyewe. Have your own party. There is a book called A Room of One's Own. Actually, one of the earliest feminist writers, she said, unless a woman has her own money and her own house, she will never be independent. Even in politics, unless a woman agrees to use her own money, because they have money, but they don't want to use that money.
Their money is theirs.
They don't want to pay the bill. Unless women agree to pay political bills and have their own room, okay, which is their own political party. Watakuwa wakionea political positions kwa viusasa. Because power is not given, power is taken. They need to know how to take power. And that is how politics is. No one is out to go establish their own party, wachangishe pesa, alafu wewe ukuje, wambiwa sasa chukua, sasa ni wewe juwe ni mama. Hakuna kitu kama hiyo. The world is very ruthless. Especially to a woman who does not want to use their money and they don't want to use their own political party in politics. Aye.
But we have seen a person like Charity Ngilu, the way you have mentioned, she had her own party.
Yes.
And I bet she had her own money.
Yeah.
But she was never elected.
Exactly, but she was close. Remember in 2007, she was in Pentagon. But after that, she was the first governor in Kenya. The first governor woman. Kwani ni nani? Si ni 𝐿𝐿𝐥𝐿𝐥𝐿 Ngilu mwenyewe. Yeah. 𝐿𝐿𝐥𝐿𝐥𝐿 Ngilu was not even so much educated, but she is sharp. And you know, 𝐿𝐿𝐥𝐿𝐥𝐿 Ngilu is another person. She was an enlightened woman until, of course, she retired. But she would stand her ground. One difference between 𝐿𝐿𝐥𝐿 Ngilu and Karua, because this is another thing that eats women, is emotion. Toa emotion kwa siasa. Toa emotion kwa siasa. Siasa inataka a flexible person. So, of course, we know Karua is very emotional. She is called an iron woman, but this iron cannot stand heat. Ata resign kesho. Hata saa hii, if Raila was elected, Karua akikosana tu kidogo kwa budu ameresign, I've resigned nini, ameenda. Push anahitingi haraka sana. Leadership haitakangi hivyo. Because Karua is an iron woman who could have been stronger than 𝐿𝐿𝐥𝐿 Ngilu. Lakini emotion yake iko juu. Ana react. She is so reactive. Of course, 𝐿𝐿𝐥𝐿 was also a bit reactive, but a bit flexible. She would allow Kalonzo to come on board. Wakitoka kwa siasa wanapigana kidogo kidogo, but she was more of a politician and a better politician than Martha Karua. So another thing is playing the politics of emotions. Women need to stand their ground. And to stand their ground, the men will never give them the ground. They have to ask to take the ground. Even in parliament, you see them making noise. Yes, you are a woman, but discuss issues when it comes to issues. We have had women even in Africa who have became president, like the former president of Liberia. Maybe you can.
Ellen Johnson.
Yes. She was a woman elected. So you cannot talk about Samia Suluhu and Yachiwa. It's a different thing altogether. But what I can continue challenging women, because I challenge them towards 2022. Wajitokeze na wasingoje endorsement from men. They should not ask anyone permission to be leaders. 2, they should not rely on men's political party. 3, they should not rely on men's money. Yes.
Jasmine, have you ever thought of vying for any seat?
Maybe class prefect.
Whoa. Daktari, we have seen the rise of women in seats like gubernatorial seats.
Yes.
We have even a senator in Nakuru who is a woman.
Exactly.
Is this a step toward them becoming presidential candidates in 2027?
It is, because now one of the things they used to cry, oh, men cannot elect us, but we elect them.
Yeah.
We have no problem in electing a woman. A man has no problem in electing a woman. As long as you are strong enough, they will elect you. And evidence, Nakuru, the governor, the MP, the senator, and also the woman rep.
Yeah.
We even give them positions like woman rep, which we are supposed to scrap very soon, because that position was not to stay forever. They should be standing now, not to be given. So a woman rep position is supposed to be scrapped, because they should see themselves as equals, not a lesser person who can be taken through the back door to go to parliament. Representation is okay, but also representation should also prove that they are able to lead and lead well. Yeah.
Apart from the implementation of the 2/3 gender role, what else should be done to empower women so that they can come out and contest for those seats?
Let me tell you, women do not need to be empowered. Women need to be challenged. Let me tell you, you can empower them as long as they have not changed their mindset. They will never understand the power. So what do? Challenge them. Tell them, wake up, ask for votes. Yeah. Hiyo ndio empowerment ya kawaida. Hii empowerment ingine ati ni kushikilia kufanya hivi na Jitokeze. Itisha kura kama mwanaume. Tumia pesa yako, acha kurely na pesa ya wenyewe. Tumia party yako, register your own party. Party registration is not hard. Register your party, mobilize people. They will vote for you. One of the things that has taken it so long for women to wake up is this issue of pampering and thinking that they are weaker and telling them they are weaker. And therefore we can create positions. That can only happen in athletics. But in politics, there is nothing like weaker. Yeah. Wakiapisha apisha.
Jitete.
Honestly, I feel there's no winning because tena if a woman akianza kufanya hivyo mtaanza kusema ni feminist sijui nini. Now what do you want?
That is the only way afunge masikio. That is the only way to leadership. Even the women who are in leadership, si wanaambianga ni feminist, but they are in leadership. So don't fear the sauti ya ati watu wanasema wewe ni feminist. That is the only way. Hata wanaume si wanaitangwa mambo mingi. Wao wanaambiwa ni Illuminati, wewe ni mwizi, wewe ni nini. Now, hiyo ndio vita yenu. That is your demons. Fight your demons and get to the leadership.
So you don't mind a society where roles are equal between men and women?
There can never be something like that.
Exactly.
Even women, it is women themselves. It is women themselves who actually gives away their roles and their power. Do you know how women give away their power? Of course, I've mentioned a number of them. One is being apologists. They want to consider themselves as weak and they want to be considered as weak. Already you have given your power. Two, even in society the way we are, they don't want to spend their own money. Hata tukienda tukule, Jasmine, you will expect I should pay. You have already given me power because the giver is more blessed than the receiver. The giver is higher than the receiver. You get? You have given away your power. You want to use my own party to endorse you. Who does that? No one will ever do that. So, when we talk about the roles, there are those roles, and that is why we don't agree with the fallacies that we have, what a man can do, a woman can do better. That is just a motivational talk. It doesn't appear like that. Nothing like that.
Sasa, you're saying it is not possible, and yet you're saying women, they should start, like, sasa unasema it is not possible at what a man can do, a woman can do.
Yes.
And now yet you're saying now these leaders also it is possible for them.
If what a man can do, a woman can do better, then they can be good leaders.
Sasa si umesema hawezi?
It's because that sentence itself is faulty. It fails to recognize that there are things women can do and men cannot do. There are things men can do and women cannot do. And there are things they can do together. That is actually the least of a deductive argument that you can use. We appreciate that there are things that you can do, I can't. Hata nikijaribu. Hata nikiomba na nipakwe mafuta, siwezi. Na wewe uhitaji kupakwa mafuta. Sindio? There are those things that you know they are roles as a woman. If I compete with you, I will fail. Sindio? Flat. But there are also things that I have, I can do. If you compete with me, you will fail. But there are those things we can compete. Now, among those things we can compete, and those which are dependent on the mindset, one is leadership. Yeah. There is nothing like a woman is a better leader than a man is a better leader than a woman. Leaders can have no gender. A leader can, and we have seen leaders. So the next thing is, if leadership is not a gender-based role, what makes women not to get into leadership is the fear. You get? Is the fear, and also now the culture, what they have inculcated, and also now the mindset. And now the failure to step up and do what leaders do. If men cannot get into leadership without, for example, a political party, what do you think you want to get into leadership without a political party? If a man cannot get into politics and win politics without money, without investing, without planning, who are you to tell me that you can get into leadership without investing. You get? Yeah. That's the problem. And I can tell you, women have equal chances of being elected as leaders. So we can have a woman president. And countries have had women presidents.
We can, but at the moment with the structures in place and in as much as tunasema yes kuna equal opportunities, bado kuna those beliefs that people have in a woman is not necessarily meant to be.
Who has the beliefs?
Okay, not specific people.
For example, Daktari, in the society we say that a man is the head and so the woman is the neck and the neck should not come.
No, that has nothing to do with the leadership. Okay, if you tell me like that, so you tell me people from Nakuru are different. You tell me people from Homa Bay, they don't have that. You tell me people from Kwale, they don't have that culture. Tell me people from Meru, they don't have that culture. And the people from Kitui, no.
Okay, now another example.
Katikati ya wale wanawake walisimama. You know, one of the things they did, when 𝐒𝐭𝐤𝐿 Ngilu stood to be governor, nataka uniambie ni wanawake wangapi walijitokeza wakauania hicho kiti. Sio wengi. As long as hawajitokezi utapikiwa. Will you pick you? But in 2022, many women came out to contest for governorship. And almost all of them won. That means if there were more women in the ballot, maybe we could be having more women as governors. So hawajitokezi. So ni mindset iko wapi? So I cannot go to the ballot. All these are men, then I start writing a woman. So that now no. Wajitokezi.
Sawa. Nilikuwa ni an example nyingine. Umesema instance ya Kalenjin vile they consider women as children.
Yeah.
You want to tell me if a woman stands anataka kuwa president, watu Kalenjin
watamchagua kabisa.
Na wanamwona kama
si wako na MP women. Si wako na women, wanachagua women. Kalenjins have been electing. No, election is different from hii ingine. They are not connected. There are women, akina Sholei, Gladys, si ndio? Anaitwa aje this woman who was elected, this girl. Alikuwa anaitwa Toto. Si Toto alielectiwa na men. So there is nothing like that. It's an imagination. Kalenjins have women leaders. And I can give you examples from independence, the likes of 𝐒𝐭𝐳. From independence, they have been electing women. Kikuyus have been having women since the era of Wangwa Makeri. So there is nothing like that. So it's only that hawajitokezi. Most women contested in 2022. And most women were elected. You go to 1997, 𝐒𝐭𝐿 Ngilu contested. What if there were more women contesting? Some women like Martha Karua have been presidential candidates. They are not contesting. They only have political parties and they wait to form coalitions. You get? Wanjitokeze na watachaguliwa. Nakuru County wanawake walijitokeza na wanajitokeza before men. They stood before men and Nakuru elected governor, woman. MP, woman. Woman rep akapewa. You get? Senator, and we are not breathing in and out. We are not. Wanjitokeze. Yeah. So before we claim all these other things, simujitokeze kwanza. Kwale. Kwani, if we are to talk about patriarchal societies, Kwale is a patriarchal. Kwale ndio kwa walikuwa wanaimbiwa. Kuna wimbo ulikuwa unaitwa wimbo wa Mwanakupona. Have you ever heard of wimbo? Wimbo wa Mwanakupona. Enda usome wimbo wa Mwanakupona. Yeah. Wimbo wa Mwanakupona. Wale wanajua literature wanajua chenye ninasema. Highly patriarchal society. Huyu mama alikuwa anaimbia Mwanakupona. Anamwambia kuna vitu 3, sijui 5 unastahili kuogopa. Unastahili kuheshimu. Kuheshimu Allah. Kuheshimu, yani alikuwa anasema Kuna watu watatu ambao wanastahili kukuzuia uende paradise. Allah, then bwana yako na baba yako. You know, I cannot remember them, but maybe you can check. That was highly patriarchal, that they used to believe that your husband can stand in paradise na aseme usiende mbinguni. But they are electing a woman as governor. Hakuiba kura. Meru. Kwani kuna society iko patriarchal kama Meru? Wana elect a woman. Embu na Meru are almost the same.
Yeah.
Kirinyaga is a woman. Machakos is a woman. Aya, munaweza sema hao wako hivyo ni Bantus, Wajaluo. Gladys Wanga is a woman. So aya, munaweza sema hizo ni nini? Cosmopolitan, come to Nakuru. A highly cosmopolitan society. Tuko na Susan Kihika. So ni kujitokeza tu, wajitokeze, watachaguliwa. Yeah.
You have mentioned some countries in this continent that they have had women president, but Kenya we have never had. So what is this that Kenyan women can learn from such countries?
Wajitokeze.
Hivyo tu.
Wajitokeze na wakuwe confidence na wao wenyewe. Have your own confidence, change your mindset, stop being apologists, jitokeze. Be ready to spend and be spent. 2, don't depend on men to make you leaders. Yes.
2027 is coming.
For us men, we don't depend on other men to make us leaders. Actually, we depend on women. That is why even in church, the preachers ni wanaume lakini wanawake ndio wengi. They should have them preachers also. Kwa nini we have many preachers are men, but majority of the congregants are? Why? But there are women who stand and say nitakuwa pastor, wanaitwa majina yote but ana pastor. Inamaanisha watembelewi na Mungu, wanatembelewa na kujitokeza. Yeah, kuna wimbo ilikuwa inasimama, jitokeze, jionyeshe mbele ya watu. So women, the best empowerment we can give women is not to pity them, is to tell them the truth. There are principles and laws. There are principles of becoming a leader. Follow the principles and you become a leader. Yeah.
There's a narrative I usually hear that women are their own enemies. Can that be a factor at a woman can hinder another woman to become a leader?
Of course, I don't know. Maybe that's a narrative. That's why you are saying it's a narrative. It's a generalization. It is not based on research, but it is based on observation. Observation is also part of research. It is based on observation. That women, most of them do not believe that they can be led by other women. Of course, that is feminist power. Yeah. So it is a psychoanalytic thing. It's psychoanalysis. There is a guy called Sigmund Freud, the father of psychoanalysis. So if I take you now to theory, you may not understand, but it is unconscious that a woman desires to be led. And that is why you realize people say, even in relationships, no woman can stay with a powerless man. They want someone who is more powerful than them. They want someone who can speak a deeper voice than them. Si ati zote tunaongea, iko sawa ama iko sawa, tuko noma ama iko noma. So they don't want that. But of course, that's something that not all women who do that is a generalization. So they have that desire to be led because they are born with a desire to be led, but not in leadership. You get? Yes. To be led at home. Because a woman may not be able to know how to deal with the power, especially financial power and family power. That is why it is easier for a broke woman to thrive very well with a billionaire. But it is very hard for a broke man to thrive with a billionaire wife. Utafukuzwa asubuhi. Because she doesn't believe that she can stay with you when she has more than you. So when they have more power in a relationship, in family, you will not keep them. You must be more powerful than them. Of course, there are few women who are called wise. But it's not that they are wise. It's only that they are just some outliers. But that's a different thing. We have seen CEO women. We have seen business magnates. We have seen women in politics. We have seen women presidents. Okay?
Yeah.
We have seen women, even in US, wanting to be presidents. Lazima mjitokeze, baba. Mami kama mimi lazima mjitokeze.
2027 is coming.
Mjitokeze.
One keyword ni ati mjitokeze, you as women.
Nikijitokeza, mtanichagua.
Hatutakuchagua kwa sababu wewe ni mwanamke. Tutakuchagua ukitupatia sera. Because that's another thing. That's another thing. I remember one time Karua wanted to be president and she would now say this is a women affair. You cannot be elected because you are a woman. You must have a plan. You must have an agenda. You must invest as much effort as there and compete. You are man. You must compete. It's a competition. Yeah. Ni kama wrestling. Uliona wrestling na mwanamke amejitokeza kwa nini? Unapigwa kama ngumi kama yule mwanaume mwingine. Umejitokeza, so ngumi unakula kama mwingine. Vumilia ngumi na wewe pigana yako. It's fight. Politics is war. If you get to the ring and you are fighting with men, you must make sure you are able to persevere the punches of a man and also to make sure your punch is weightier to bring the man down. Otherwise, you will be brought down. This is war.
You want to vie come 2027?
You can vie.
You can vie. Tutakusupport ukiwa na manifesto na
give us a plan. Tafuta pesa. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Daktari.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Jasmine. We have come to the end of our political oracle. This is a segment of the Talk Chat podcast. My name is 𝐒𝐭𝐢𝐥𝐥. I've been your host. And as we conclude, don't forget to subscribe, share, and like our videos. Until we meet again, bye-bye.
Bye.